Hey there, YouTubers. Short talk in the trailer with the old guy. Just got off work. It's pretty early today. It's like only, I think 9:30 or 9:40, something like that. Hey, I wanted to apologize. I'm going to go ahead and leave it posted, but the one I did last night, boy, I took a look at it this morning and I thought, wow, this guy's like two sheets to the wind. We're counting. And I thought, wait a minute, what was I drinking? And it was like, it's this stuff called Voodoo Ranger. I think I tossed the bottles in the trash. How weird of me. I'll be right back. Yeah, so I picked up a six-pack of this stuff the other day. Ugh. I'd never heard of it. Watch out. Voodoo Ranger. I thought, well, it's a weird name. Well, anyway, it's kind of a hoppy, edgy thing. I don't really usually go for hoppy beers, but it's an IPA, and it's an okay beer in terms of flavor, and it's not like fantastic. But I think I had three in me. I'm not sure. And I was like, whoa. And just wanted to see if I can find it. I thought I saw it on here yesterday. Yeah, look at that. Alcohol is 9% by volume. That's 18 proof beer. 18 proof. I guess I failed to notice that on the bottle, but I sure noticed it afterwards. And I like I said, I want to apologize. I don't want these videos to be some kind of drunken disorderly issue, but for years and years I've been drinking like crazy. And here I am, 65, or coming up on it. And I think, well, maybe we should slow down a little, Dad. And so I'd limit myself to either a six-pack a day or less, which would be namely 2 quarts, which is, if you'll do the math, actually a little bit less in terms of, it's like 2/3 of one beer less, okay? Anyway, the point is, I just don't allow that much, any more beer than that in the house. I don't bring in 12 packs or 18s or anything like that because I just don't trust myself around it. It's the same thing with TV. I don't trust myself with TV because you get a remote in my hand. Watch, if I'm at a motel sometime, this is how I watch TV. And I'm just scrambling. I'm checking like 6 programs at once, kind of, oh, this one's professional wrestling over here or whatever. Here's an old comedy. Here's something about outer space, or whatever. Hey, here's a football game, or whatever, and I'm just, and it's just horrible. And hours can go by, and I won't even realize it. Suddenly, I kind of come out of it, like I came out of his coma there, and I look over at the clock. It's like 11:30 at night, and I'm kind of like, I've been doing this for 4 hours. Whatever. So it's like that thing ain't coming in here. Especially if you see little kids, watch little boys, especially, kind of maybe 3.5 or 4 up to about 11, honestly, but at least 8 or 9. Watch them while they're watching TV. Okay, they're like this, slack jaw. I mean, they're just taking this in. Wow, wow, wow. Program me, program me. So anyway, you talk to the little kid, from across the room. Let's say you and me are the TV, right? We're looking at a screen, right? So somebody from over there yells, "Hey, you!" What does the kid do? Like this. He doesn't even hear you. He does not know that a word came to his ear. He's just programming. And so if you get in front, like I guess I could get a bag of pistachios. The bag of pistachios was trying to get your attention. So it walks right in front of the TV. What's the little kid going to do? He does this every time. He just tries to look around you to keep looking at the TV. That's some pretty heavy duty mental stuff right there. There's an old book, The Medium is the Message, Marshall McLuhan. You might want to look at it. Probably a little heady stuff, but he's making good points that essentially at that pace of broadcast information coming in, especially video signals with audio in color, and now you can do all kinds of crazy CGI effects, artificial intelligence, not AGI. Artificial intelligence can do things with images now, and even like cartoons, and I guess they could even make movies now with not even real people. I don't know what's capable out there, but it's getting so weird that you can't even trust the images. You look at me right now and you think, well, is that really Mike Glaber, or is that, shall we say, a deep fake? Well, at some point or another, they're going to have to develop an AI that can search that out and determine whether what you're looking at is real by somehow decomposing the signal or analyzing the code. I don't know. But that's the kind of problem we're going to be looking at, is that the net result of AI isn't some super duper genius in a box somewhere calling the shots around the world and shooting nukes just for the heck of it. No, AI, the net result of it is phony people, imitation artificial people. And you know, you've seen probably deep fakes of I call him Hat Rack Orama, the ex presidente. Uh, that guy's horrible. Actually, it's so sad. His ex VP is even worse, far worse. I, I, I didn't think I'd ever see the day. I thought we'd gone as low as we could. Apparently, there's new lows to hit. That's exciting to consider. But anyway, I got to do some chores and stuff today. I'm gonna, you know, the green spot out there is like getting greener, but the problem is, it's like the most exotic batch of weeds you've ever seen. So first thing I'm gonna do is just reach in there and start pulling them like crazy. I don't bother digging them up anymore. It's just butcher them. I'll hit them with a hoe, you know, just die, and then hit it with a mower, the little push. I'm probably the last person you know who owns a push mower, by the way. I would show it to you, but it's rather cumbersome in here, and it's really a small trailer. And so anyway, just trust me, I keep it in the living room. So if you ever come by to visit, you'll know you've arrived, right? Hey, that's the guy with the lawnmower in his living room. I guess I could stick it under the trailer, but I don't know. It's weird, the park here, they don't want you to set up those little metal storage buildings, although some of them have been kind of grandfathered in, or maybe they were erected and for years nobody noticed them or something. Anyway, some of the trailers in the park do have little outbuildings of some ilk or another, but uh, I've inquired before about setting up one here, and it's ostensibly it violates park rules. How? I don't know, because it's a temporary building by definition, and if you don't want it, just disassemble it and throw it away or carry it off, you know. So I don't quite get what that. It's not like, you know, we're pouring footings and bringing plumbing and electrical in or something like that. Man, I'm building a house in the lot beside me. That'd be a little crazy, but sometimes you do see that down here where people will essentially do a huge add-on onto a mobile home, essentially blaze out one side and just glue on a frame house directly adjacent. You walk in and out of the one. And sometimes, I mean, you see all kinds of creative stuff. That down south here, down by Santa Teresa, they actually have two-story mobile homes. You should see these things. I mean, it's like, now that's some clever construction practice there. Don't think it's going to meet any code on the planet, and it's probably not that safe in a high wind, but it does double your floor space. And I can't really imagine walking on the roof of this thing as the floor. You'd have this really noisy floor because it's got, never mind. So you guys, I just wanted to kind of visit with you a little bit, and I do want to give a thumbs up, actually give two, to the pastor at FBC. He's a good man, solid dude. And if you happen to be watching this, pastor, the other one, I do like beer, and I do like, I've been drinking for years, but usually what I'll do is I'll get a 6, and sometime around 2 or 3 in the morning I wake up and got a leak. Anyway, what's in the fridge anyway? Oh, look, there's a beer. In fact, there's 2. Oh. So I'll have one, sit down, you know, it's 2:30 in the morning, go back to bed. And so sometimes it's like that, but I don't allow myself more than 6 a day. Well, I'm about 185 pounds, I think, and I'm still trying to lose weight, but not very effectively now, are we? And the thing is that kind of an hour, hour and a quarter, hour and a half, somewhere in there, it's about how long it takes for me to metabolize a beer, I believe, so as to remain, you know, in control, the driver, not some just, nutcase. And I drank to excess for years, and I just don't know when to stop. It's a character failure in me. My idea is, you know, like aspirin. You know, if one's good, then 14 must be great. Stuff like that. I've been that way all my life, and so to me, like a gas pedal on a car really is almost like an on and an off switch. Only, well, that's not really true. I don't drive that way at all. But what I mean is, I'm one of those people that either wants to be all in or just leave it alone. You know what I mean? But the idea of saying that, well, I'm involved, I offer my support, or whatever, but you're not actually involved, not really doing anything. I don't care about that stuff. And so, by and large, I'm not really involved with much of anything. I mean, work, and even that work is really slowing down now, so maybe I got to find me a new job at 65 almost. I am ostensibly the plumbing superintendent over there, and I don't do a thing, none. So today I told the office manager, now the boss wasn't in town, and I said, hey, look, I'm not going to sit here and collect a check just because I can. So if there's no work to do, there's no work to do. Bye. So I said, I'll come in the morning, tomorrow that is, I mean, and we'll check. But, you know, I'm not going to be milking a project like that. My boss, Jeff, he's too good of a guy to do that to in the first place. But secondly, even if he was a 4-letter word, um, I still wouldn't treat them that way. I don't like lying to people. I mean, there's enough lies already out there. We don't need to like add to it. You know what I mean? So anyhow, in terms of apologies, well, I apologize, and well, if I offended you by being sorry tipster, well, then I offended you. I'm sorry, but that is me. That's as much me as this is, and I'm not proud of it. But I'm not proud of me at all. That was never the point. Newsflash, this just in. My boast is another, the one on high, who is the advocate before the Father, pleading his blood for you and I. He's what it's all about. You guys have a good day and rock on.